Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. Ophi. Well, this is Ophelia. She's probably going to pop in and say hello a couple times. This is your reading for the month of February 2026. I was just getting my items together here to do this. And one of the thoughts that kept going through my mind, and I don't have any clue why, so it's got to be channeling rather than a thought that belongs to me, is that all of the misunderstanding that is going on, the contention, the friction, the suffering, right? It's going to need a shock factor. It's kind of like when, or if your heart were to stop, you would want to get the shock pads, clear the room, and right, get your finger back on the pulse so that you can understand what exactly is going on. Okay, this is top of the reading for you, Ophiuchus. I don't know what this is, but it's definitely a leap of faith. This woman looks like she's like halfway between going upward or downward. When she jumps, it's kind of like walking through the pearly gates. You're going to go one direction or the other, but nobody really knows. Maybe you just keep going forward. What if you just keep going straight the whole time? What if it's just a long hall and there's a light at the end of the tunnel? This is the beginning of the hallway. Maybe just go, who knows? Who knows? I don't know what it is about. Yeah, there's number 2. The gentle gardener is coming up. There's something about being a gentleman, being a lady, but needing to be in your own skin. I'm also hearing Mrs. Doubtfire, that scene where, Robin Williams is just like dancing, dressed up as an old lady in the kitchen to the song She Looks Like a Lady. Yeah. So there's something about needing to be yourself in the process of whatever this is. Oh, there's the mountain coming straight down the middle. Okay, so you see something, but it's because you're at the very tippy top of this mountain. Okay, you're at the top of Everest. Okay, you can see the whole galaxy in front of you. Are you just going to keep going straight ahead? Are you going to leave? You're going to go do it the right way? I mean, it's up to you, Ophiuchus, but this is some very interesting energy to be emerging right now. What we have right now on the board, and I do just want to point this out because I think it's interesting. 3, or excuse me, I just said 3. This is a 2. That's what I mean. Something appears one way and it's not. It's like you need to be your own natural self. If you're a prime number, be a prime. You don't have to be optimal, but do the best you can. You know what I mean? Best foot forward, but whatever you have to offer is going to be good enough. That's the idea behind being a gentleman. You're trying to stay on top, but by the same token, I feel this other shoe dropping. Okay. Got the magical map shifter, number 52. You need to stay on track, okay? Stay. This is the top of the reading. We've got a 2, a 6, and a 52. Okay? This is Route 66. It is. I'm not kidding. This is a beautiful red car that you are able to purchase. But there's also a floor model. And if it doesn't fit into the schematic of your life, that's okay. There are other cars. It's a whole website called carfinder.com. And it's all right. You can put in very specific preferences. Yeah, look, you can get exactly the car that's going to make you feel rest and relaxation. It's number 31. Coming out with 33, the Peaks of Joy. It is not a crazy idea for you to take some time and rest and relax. That can be even just mentally kind of disconnecting from things that are not or no longer are or have given you the experience of cooperation. Here's the ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. I came to praise, not to right. That's the point of this Ophiuchus energy, is to revitalize the knowledge that a dragon has. And let's just be honest, a dragon is either a hairy or a scaly snake. Feathered, possibly, if you want to get real fancy with it. There are some other options as well, but we'll just stick with those for the time being. You don't get to tell a dragon the dragon's either going to trust you implicitly, inherently, because you earned it, or not, right? But it's not going to be like, you're not going to be at the tippy top of the mountain when you don't want to be. That's like a mountain house versus a city house. The city house has a lot more concerning issues. The violence level in the city tends to be higher than in the mountains, but all of the valuable property tends to be split between the two. The mountain house may be home to some superfluous valuable items that equate to more or less one specific experience. It's all color coordinated. It's the dollhouse home that you get to build piece by piece from the ground up, from the bottom up. It's the renovation that was completely scraped to begin with. That's the rest and relaxation that comes from this kind of cooperation with being a lady or being a gentleman about something or through something or as a result of something. Okay. Ophiuchus, I feel like this is actually really good energy because you've got cooperation without being willing to do something. And this do something is on top of magical map shifter. Look, there's number 23, release, and this is number 52, being magical map shifter. You are cooperating without being willing to let go of whatever this number 23 release, whatever that premiere date was. You're not willing to get out of its silver screen. That lion's gate belongs to you as a dragon, not so much as a toothless dragon either. I don't see that. I think you're more of a Jaws. I don't know if you know what supernumerary means, but in the dental world, it means some extra. They're not caps. It's not caps. It's extra growth, extra teeth, and extra jaw. extra items that are not in plants. Excuse my lack of dental knowledge. Anyway, the cleanest, profiest part of this has everything to do with the fact that you can cooperate without being willing to give up your willpower. No willpower, no release. Just as simple as that. You get to be iconic, classic, timeless, in all the opposite ways that people don't typically even realize they're attracted to. There are studies that show that when you genuinely love somebody, sometimes you fall in love with their quirk, which in this case, I'm going to concern myself as though I'm in a laboratory somewhere and I'm trying to figure out the Boson-Higgs Big Bang between me and somebody else, right? Something so crazy as a limp can be strongly attractive to someone else. Whereas another human that sees another human limping may not see that as attractive. It's the flaws in the diamonds that make them unique. That is the signature that makes your diamond a diamond. It's the biometric imprint that's on the diamond. Yeah. Repeat that or rewind it back for yourself a little bit. But that's what makes them unique. When they're created in a lab under pressure that is maybe artificial or not, it doesn't necessarily matter. They're more flawless. So just let that sink in for a moment because it really does have everything to do with the level of cooperation that you take in a commitment. It doesn't matter what commitment. This could be a new idea, could be a marriage, it could be a wedding, it could be nuptials, however you want to phrase it. What I'm saying is that you've signed a contract, that you've committed. That's the cooperation part, that you are not willing, Ophiuchus, to blindly go into. We're not blindly going into anything. We want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah. Yeah, prenup. Yeah. Why would that be necessary, you're asking? Because this magical map shifter energy doesn't come for free. Never has, never will. It loves cooperating. One love. Okay. Love cooperating. But that whole Inquisition thing with the burning of the books and the bras and all the extras. It's like an oxymoron that just doesn't really fit there. There's a chaos to that order. But I don't think that everybody has to agree to the same type of order or the same type of chaos in order to coexist. Ophiuchus, that's been your point. You could be a rabbit, a cat, a rat for all I care. Okay? Your mindset should be that of a dragon. Take flight when you want to. Slither on the ground when you want to. Maybe become an electric eel. Boogie, yoogie, yoogie, yoogie. Okay? I don't know. The nose knows. This is what the map shifter does. Good at cooperation, but not when it comes to losing love. Not when it comes to all the little things that make people feel who they are or not. This is not your forte. Ophiuchus, you're not. Look, it's number 3. This is just not. You're not good at it. It's not. You're not good at forcing someone into a map. Yeah, look, there's awareness that just fell out. You're aware of the love that you already have. You are aware of the love that you are able to have. And you accept the love that falls directly in front of your face. There's divine guidance coming out with expansiveness and synchronicity. This is literally the judgment card in this deck. This is expansiveness number 3 that we were just discussing about 2 seconds ago. And then about 2 seconds ago, we were also talking about synchronizing these energies so that the map shifter can continue, may continue, is able to continue his or her journey, path, dance, happy feet, little jig, clicking of heels, cartwheels. I could continue, but the awareness is already there. This is that one shift change. It's thinking that you live in, you say, oh, we can only perceive 3D reality. No, you can perceive time passing by the way someone looks. You can tell time has passed. You know, you can't tell someone's ethnicity, you can't tell their backstory. What happened back there, back then. You don't have their memories, so you couldn't say, right? If they walk in a room and they are a specific religion, you might not know unless they're wearing something on their outer body that denotes that, right? Age is not one of those things, although people try as hard as they can to stave it off. You will become wizened. It's over time. It's with age. It's what makes wine great. It's what makes raisins shrivel in the sun. It's the thing that every dehydrated meat, like beef jerky, really needs to thrive, to expand. But you have to be aware that that power, that awareness of expansiveness is also going to lead you directly to yourself. So if you're not ready to confront yourself, then you're not ready to be toothless. And I don't really know if you should have some like extra jaws added. Probably not. It's where the difference between 2 and 3, 3 and 2 comes into play. And the difference between 5 and 5 and 4. Between 7 eating 9 because he was hungry. And also, 3 and 4. It's a 1-point change. It's a 1 shift change. It's a yep, a tenderness that goes with the sanctity of knowing where treasure is buried. I'm gonna choose a card. Toll Booth, the phantom one with the opera face and the mask. This is supposed to be really weirdly free flow of thought, so don't mind me and my telenovela. I'm just having like that Teletubby moment that I told myself I would have. This is the mapping of it's using, safe words. You think it, You need it before you say it. I am a radiant light shining bright in every situation. That's what I mean. Everyone wants to see a Puff the Magic Dragon who lives by the sea, right? But frankly, not all of us can get to that pyramid in this lifetime or make it to Mecca or see all the wonders of the world. So we just go watch Stevie Wonder and think to ourselves, oh, what a wonderful world, right? We dance to it and we have a good time. So that's sometimes enough. It's what I mean. It's what you make it. It's Jupiter ascending, rising. It's your rising sign. It's what's coming up. It's the up and comings, the little ones, the small human species. Those ones. They're really bright, really bright. And I think it's getting bothersome that we've got, you know, this push me, pull you type energy going on between parents, between demographics, within our own selves and the community. So I feel like Ophiuchus, you're learning how to be all different types of dragon. The fire starter, the electric eel. That's technically the like almost the seahorse of the, what's a seahorse to a cow? I mean, a sea cow? Yep, I deserve to have a fulfilling and rewarding career. It's a bright reward. If you want it, the tenderness is here. And you've got all the faculties. She's got green lips. Her eyes are wide open instead of being wide shut like they are in this one because she's so bright. On that one, she's got her eyes wide shut. And on this one, they're wide open to the fact that her afro does not make her frozen in time. It just makes her hair more dynamic. Got to get like Mike in this case because part of this energy is very I don't know if you've heard of eros, but it's like the eroticism. It's the claiming of both sides of yourself. When yin and yang come together, that is literally like an ion and anion, electron, photon, proton, electron, all those molecule interactions on a particle level between atoms balancing themselves out. That's what the yin and yang is supposed to represent. A 0 point that's created by one positive and one negative. It's the infrastructure, the unseen software that holds the blueprint for the general matrix to lay itself across. It's like a chase lounge. I am a powerhouse capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. This is the third one. The third one in this case is equivalent to the map shifter. Time is the fourth dimension. So when we say we live in the 3D, we adhere our entire lives from the time we're born, which is on your birth certificate, to the time you're dead, which is on your headstone. There's an electromagnetic connection between the two, and it's timed piezoelectrically. Be a powerhouse. You achieved it. You will reflect that in everything that you do. You don't need to worry. You don't need to fret. You don't need to be anybody's punching bag. You don't need to bet against yourself. You don't need to bet against anybody. You don't need to bet against anything. You just need to be there to receive, sit there with your Teletubbies receiver, and take an introspective look. You know, they have the TV on their stomach, right? So I'm open to receiving all the blessings the universe has to offer. There's a peekaboo moment for you. This was top of the reading, I believe. Peekaboo, peaks of joy. A peak of joy is not necessarily always enough for some people to see it, fall in love with it on first sight. Some people want to hold it, not because they're trying to own it or, have it, because they're offering protection, because they value it. They find it worth something. Some people see a pile of trash. Other people see a pile of treasure. The way you perceive things from which angle, call me bat-ish crazy, but I don't know what regular is anyway. I don't know what normal consists of. The populace? I told you she would pop in here at one point. That's a consensus. As we become the blur, Ophiuchus, your job is to stay ironically still in this point of time that if you want to remain extinct, you could. There's an era that's typically exempt from some books, made it through the flames, made it through the fire, made it over the flames that caused the fire and the fire that caused the flames, if you know the chicken and the egg that I'm going with. Anyway, that's the leap of faith. We don't know which way you're going to go with this. Across the street? Maybe. Yeah. Look. No. Don't look only at that. Look at the big picture of the tenderness. It matriculates down like pulling energy straight out of the thin air. Just like that. Just like that. I don't know why, but I'm strongly seeing the medical snake again. I've been seeing that a lot, but there's a club that was called the Snake Pit once upon a time, and it used to crack me up because you'd go in there and it was like a whole barber shop. They had the hair dryers, the old fashioned ones that you had to. They're not really old fashioned; they still use them, but just saying, all the ladies will sit in a row gossiping with their hair dryer down. You can't even hear each other talking, really. You're screaming at the top of your lungs because you didn't. You're like, I can't. I heard that blah 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 through the grapevine. Look, there's all the ladies under the hair dryer. It's a game of telephone. I heard that Lady Gaga spoke to Beyonce, who talked to Cardi, who said that Scrappy was talking to Bambi about the cat. What kind of mess is that, my dear? No, I'm not saying my dear. I'm saying my dear. My dear. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Okay. I am deserving of respect and appreciation. This is the RESPECT, getting ready in the powder room. Sometimes it's slippery in there, powder's flying everywhere. People's wigs are on the floor, on the bed, on the windowsill, on the fan. The lipstick is smeared all over the mirror, all over your neck and cheeks. I mean, that's what it is. It's mayhem. It's an electromagnetic connection that exists between the Teletubbies. It's the reason women gravitate towards the bathroom, the restroom, the little girl's room, the ladies' room, all at the same time. All at the same damn time. It's why when you live with women for long enough as a woman, your cycles all synchronize. Didn't we get synchronization? Fascinating. It's not on the top of the deck anymore, so I'm going to leave it there. But I am just going to say the tenderness must be synchronized. It's like being a really good swimmer or a really good baton twirler. I think we had some batty, crazy pieces of I don't even know guano. Anyway, that's your reading. I think it's to take the energies that are coming across as negative and turn them into things that could be useful in a positive context and vice versa. You know, there is a Toyota Versa as well as a Toyota Matrix, a Toyota Cressida, RAV4, Celica. I'm not trying to sell you any kind of like snake oil, and I'm not trying to sell you liquor, but I am telling you that there are different models of car. So if as people, as human vessels, we cannot agree that the spirit and the soul at least have 21 grams of weight behind it, we're essentially savage souls in this universe. We're free. We're wild things. We simply occupy a vessel for the time being here on this planet. And we should be as fancy in car making as we are at car making. Not everybody wants to drive a Celica. That's understandable. Some people really do. Some people want a Prius. Some people they only want to know what's going on. Okay? I don't know. Understand the way I'm trying to speak this is not uh, really that tangible. It's more of a conceptual understanding that adds color. It takes something from a color TV, puts it on black and white. It takes something from a black and white and colors it in. It's a slay moment, okay? Some people turn the air blue with cursive words that they're speaking out loud, right? Others turn red in the face and don't say a thing. Others yell, ow! It's like yellow, Coldplay, right? And it was all yellow. Other people are green in the face with envy, like an M&M, green M&M. Maybe they're nauseated. I don't know. I'm just trying to say everyone has their different associations. Some people love green. It's like the color of seafoam and money and beautiful lost eyes from someplace in India. Anyway, I'm done being Slumdog Millionaire for this evening. I'm going to go ahead and let you get to it, Ophiuchus, and I hope that your reading for this month was at least semi-helpful. Toodles.